So I guess, thank you for having me. Basically, I'm an engineer and I work with green buildings, and I decided, well, I discovered for a long time, next slide please, that it's pretty hard for professionals in this new industry to sell what they're doing and really communicate it to the general public. The construction industry is a very well-established industry, and it's not something that changes fast. Businesses don't change fast. So basically, my take on the thing is, you know what, by educating the public, there's a huge opportunity to grow the green building industry and to have the public actually understand what they should pay for and understand what's in their best interest, because that's really what's going to change things. It's not going to happen by people trying to sell things that people aren't asking for. It's going to have to come from the general public. So I'm working to get in front of the public more to educate them. That's what my book is. If you can't afford $25 for my book, there's a free version, which is a very simple starting point, and you can get it by joining my newsletter. So right now, what my website is a blog. It's got my book on there. We've got a basic version of the database, and if anyone in here does green building, there's some people in this room who are already on my website, and we're working to build that as we go forward. They should come and register, but this is where my vision is that you can connect to these resources wherever you are. So next slide, please. So a little bit about me. I studied electronic engineering and software engineering. I started out working at SGI. You might recognize that building. It's the biggest building in Regina. And I wasn't very happy doing what I was doing. And one day I was sitting at about the top of that building in the cafeteria, and it was minus 30 degrees outside, and I was just getting bathed in sunlight, and I was like, why isn't this building covered in solar panels? Like, this makes no sense. It's so warm in here. And I started realizing this is way more interesting to me than programming insurance databases. So I basically started researching this stuff, and I'm sure most people in here are very interested in solar, and Brett's an expert in this, and he spoke to it very well earlier. But most people don't realize that, that's one of the last things that you should do. Efficiency is far more cost effective, and there's a lot of things that you can go and do right now in your home that'll cut your energy use dramatically. And that's basically what my book is about. So anyways, from here I decided I'm going to dedicate my career and my life to making buildings greener and saving energy and helping people do that. Next slide, please. So what I'm here to tell you is that we can have more valuable, more comfortable, safer homes for approximately the same cost as every other home being built out there. And this is actually an investment which is going to pay people back over time. And it's going to shelter us from when the energy prices increase. A lot of people in here are concerned about fracking, and they should be. And that practice I don't think is going to last for very long once people really start waking up and seeing how much the water is being contaminated, and the fact that it's essentially a money grab when we can be doing things so much better. And it's actually better for us in our local communities to build more sustainable homes, because it actually, and buildings, sustainable homes, sustainable buildings, because really what we're doing is we're putting a band-aid solution on the problem by going after more oil and gas. We're trying to cover up a problem rather than solve the problem. The problem is that we aren't future-proofing our society. So anyways, our homes are an investment, and they're probably the biggest investment that most people have. So your home gains value over the years. I'm sure most people do that or know that. But as I said, this is good for our local economies, because local buildings